What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jynesis back with another video. Just got done with the Sagittarius video. We on that Pisces video, you feel me? Today is Thursday, which means it's Jupiter day, which means it's time to expand on knowledge and our beliefs and what we know. And I just finished the masculine side of Jupiter energy, or whatever you want to say. And we got Pisces, which is the feminine reserve side, which is all about going within and kind of, internalizing what you know and expanding within self in your inner world. But before I get started, I just want to start the video off with good energy by saying grand rising, cosmic family, sending high vibrations to all the high vibrational beings, sending high vibrations and peace to all the ancestors, to the planet Kai, send them to the youth, send them to the youth, my peers, crystal babies. You already know it's blessing. The next generation, the last generation, finna take the shit over. You feel me? Sending peace and high vibrations to anyone who's going through or struggling today. If you're going through it today, I send you high vibrations, because it was a hurricane that just passed through the south. So I send you anyone who's dealing with that, high vibrations, and just any good energy your way to get through it, because we always get through everything that they send at us, and we overcome our obstacles, because that's just what we made for. But with all that being said, let's get right into the video. So, Pisces energy. I actually got a song called Pisces Energy if y'all want to check that out too. Oh yeah, and I ain't really mentioned my music in any of my videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it since we're talking about Pisces energy. Go ahead and tap the link in the bio if you want to listen to some new music, you feel me? I am an artist as well as a very well a connoisseur in metaphysics, astrology, anything esoteric, but I also do music as another side of me, another part of me for shadow work. So my music is kind of operates in a different realm, but once again, y'all gotta do what's best for us, and just creativity comes from the heart and soul. It's not really a fixed way of creating. That's how you create, through freedom. So if you like my music and it's the type of music you want to hear, or you want to see my growth as an artist, go ahead and tap that link in the description. You know what I'm saying? The link tree in the description, you know what I'm saying? All my songs, all the links, all my social media gonna pop up. You can just connect with me like that. So let's jump right into this shit. So Pisces energy, man. One thing about Pisces, man, y'all be in your feelings about the wrong things. Y'all be in your feelings about the wrong things. Not like Cancer, but y'all like to hold on to shit that just don't make sense. Like, that shit happened so long ago. Why is you holding on to it? But nah, Pisces, they one thing about Pisces energy, man, it's a very, very deep ass sign, and that Pisces is the sign that really goes within itself. Even though it could be in the present moment, it could also be in another realm. And I have a lot of Pisces energy, so when I say this, and when I say we be in two different worlds, we be in two different worlds, and that shit is kind of hard to maintain if you don't have any earth energy. Lucky for me, I got earth energy, so I can ground myself. But if you lack earth energy, you got a whole bunch of air energy, boy, I feel for you. I feel water, air energy, I feel for you, because that shit is ungrounded as fuck. And it's kind of struggling for Pisces to ground themselves, because they have a tendency to want to kind of heal others and be amongst others and be a part of others' lives, because it's the ultimate collective. Pisces is also co-ruled by Neptune, or is ruled by Neptune, and it co-rules Jupiter. And with those two signs, those two planet similarities is that the collectiveness. The difference is with Neptune is the unconscious. It's the collective unconscious. So what I mean by that is it represents the subconscious mind. Pisces represent the subconscious mind. It is water energy, and it's mutable water, which means it's always changing or has the ability to adapt. That's why if you're a Pisces and you get around certain people, you start to act like them. You start to pick up on their habits. You start to kind of see things the way they see things. You kind of understand their perspective of life, because you have the ability to put yourself in that other person's shoe. That represents the two fish. Also, you have the ability to take from the ethers and bring it down with no problem, because y'all stay in the ethers. It's just y'all have a physical body at this point. So y'all are like walking cosmic beings, or the walking cosmos, basically. Y'all are the last sign, so y'all kind of have all of the signs and the experience of all the signs within you. So that's why a lot of Pisces tend to kind of be reserved and don't really have much of an ego in the first half of knowing them. But once you get to know them and see that other side, you kind of see, all right, this is just how they are around me versus how they are around this person, which can be looked at as a bad trait, because some people be like, man, Pisces is fake. Why the fuck he acting like this with them? But then when he around me, he like this. And that's just because they pick up on energy. It's the one sign that picks up on energy so fucking vividly and so fast that they kind of lose sight of who they truly are. That's why they have to work on isolation, aka that 12th house energy of going within and being isolated and kind of figure out who you are and the deeper side of you, that past life energy, that karmic energy, that dream state energy, you know what I'm saying? That's Pisces energy. They represent, you know, kind of tapping into that unseen energy of how you feel instead of what you see. And they can have an ability to sense like certain beings around them because they are tapped into that unseen realm. So if you're like if you're an advanced Pisces, you can basically do like very good energy work and work with ancestors and work with, you know, celestial beings and deities. Anybody can do it, but when it comes to Pisces, they can pick up on it because they kind of already live in that realm. It's just they operate in the physical world to heal others. That's their purpose, is to heal. That's the sign of the healer, you know what I'm saying? They heal others. They like to take care of others, you know, make sure their emotions are good. They're the sign that's going to sit and listen to your problems all day and kind of like relate to you. They're the sign that likes to relate because, once again, they've been through everything that you've been through. Jupiter energy experience, they already have that experience. They're just here to basically heal you from your experiences so that you can transition to the next sign or the next life cycle, or however you see it. Pisces is here to help the collective get through that that energy of not really trusting what you can't see, because that's how they live. They're the sign that doesn't plan life out. They're the sign that goes on they kind of go with the flow. They don't like to restrict themselves within a structure that it's always like this and always like that, and they can't change at any given moment because they'll do shit based off of how they feel, and it's just an intuitive thing. They're the most intuitive sign, so they don't move off of what's proven or what's practical. They move off of how they feel, what's good in this moment based upon how they're feeling, not based upon what they're seeing, because what you see can always be an illusion, and that's Pisces, the illusionist sign, you know what I'm saying? The Neptune's all about delusions, you know what I'm saying? Shit that's not really what it is, and something either deeper or not as deep as what is being portrayed. Pisces dwells in that energy. They can get caught up in illusions or in delusions about situations, places, and things and people. People can't have that perception on them as well. As like they give off this illusion, and then next thing you know, you learn something else about them, where it's like you're not really how you first showed yourself. You come to this and you portray it to be that. And part of that is because if they're like hurt, or if they've been hurt in life, they don't want to be hurt again, so they kind of put on this mask of like, oh, I'm like this because da 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 da, but really it's because they feel this certain way and don't want you to know that, so they put on a mask to keep you from feeling bad. Or I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like they don't want motherfuckers to see them in a certain way that's not an optimistic view, because they're ruled by Jupiter as well. So it's like they kind of like being liked. They like things to be good. They like good energy. They like shit being well. But they can tap into that darkness, that dark side, and kind of work in that realm, because, like I said, they have an ability to be mutable, and they're chameleons emotionally, so they can pick up on any type of energy around them, no matter how far, how deep it is. They're the deep ocean, the unconscious, the subconscious. Scorpio can go deep into the ocean, but Pisces is the deep ocean. So they have to learn how to isolate themselves from society, or they get drained, and then once they get drained, it's like they become the people that they're around, and that's really not good for them, because they have to learn who they truly are within their own essence, so that they can go around people as themselves and not just be like, all right, I'm gonna go with the flow. What we doing today? We finna go around some people? That sounds stupid, but shit, you don't ever know. We can get out of it. I have hope and optimism. I'm gonna go with you. That don't make sense, but to them, it's like, well, it's not all about logic. It's all about how I feel. I don't understand the energy, but I kind of learned that it's really just the intuition that they use and kind of how they foresee the future, because they are psychics. They can foresee the future if they really tap into that energy, even though they're already tapped into it. But if they really focus and tap into it, they can be like, all right, this don't sound as bad when I really feel it out, so I'm gonna go with you for your protection type shit. Some other dumbass reason to go with you. But yeah, man, Pisces are really, really good peoples. They are really good lovers. They are the lovers of the one of the lovers of the zodiac, just like Leo. Like I said in my Leo video, they always gonna be there for you. Pisces is always gonna be there for you, no matter how wrong you do them. They gonna be there for you. It's just they're always gonna find ways to kind of get up out of that situation if they feel like it's not for them. But they will stay in a bad situation. They'll stay in a bad relationship for as long as they need to. But on the low, they kind of preparing themselves to leave. They kind of, like the two fish, one fish you're seeing, yeah, I'm gonna stick with you, I love you, but the other fish is like, I'm low-key finna just get my shit and dip. I'm just taking my time because I don't want motherfuckers to see it unseen. And it's kind of a secretive energy like Scorpio, but it's like very passive ass shit. So it's like, you wouldn't even know until they do some shit. You'd be like, damn, he cut like that? Like, you do that, bro? That's how people kind of react to that energy with Pisces. And they have to learn, like, they can't always love everybody. They're not worthy of their love. I'm going to say it like that. Like, Pisces, you need to know, everybody's not worthy of their love, because they're really, really, really hard lovers. And they really stick to their partner through thick and thin, because they're the energies of trusting the unknown, you know what I'm saying, having faith in what's not seen or what's not known to come forth, but just have faith that whatever's coming forth, shit gonna work out in the end. That's what they bring into the relationship. And if you're dealing with a motherfucker who's an energy vampire, who just takes that from you and use it against you, or use it for themselves and not give it back, they can get drained and they can turn into this dark, evil person and kind of have a habit of being emotionally unstable. So Pisces got to learn to just isolate themselves and learn how they want to be, how they want their structure to be emotionally, because that's what Virgo does for them. The Virgo energy helps them structure their emotions so that they can have that boundary system in place, because Pisces don't have boundaries. They're the only sign that lacks boundaries. So you can come into a Pisces life and they wouldn't even put up that fucking wall. Like, even if they going through some shit, they gonna always let you in. It's just like, all right. And they going kind of, sometimes they use that pain to heal others. Like I said, with Chiron, with the Jupiter energy, and like Sagittarius, they have that ability too, but it's on a more of an emotional level than it is on a more actionable, like, all right, let's do this to help you get through what you're going through. No, they're gonna have you go within yourself, sit and meditate, go within yourself and figure out what the fuck you got going on in the unconscious mind that's having you subconsciously do certain shit. And we're gonna take that, we're gonna heal you from that, and we're gonna get it up out of you. They're the sign that gets all that toxins out of your body. Pisces deal with basically the neurochemicals in your brain. They deal with just like any toxin within the spirit, they can heal that from you. That's why if you're around a Pisces, there's always some soft, good-ass energy that you kind of don't want to leave, unless you're the type of sign that don't like soft shit and you like to be all hard and Don't touch a Pisces. You're not worthy of their love. Like I said, they're the most, I wouldn't say the most loyal, but they're the sign that's always gonna love you regardless. They can have a million fucking partners and still love them equally. They're not the sign that's, oh, I love this sign, or I love this person more than the other. That's more like I say Leo will probably do some shit like that, or Aries or some shit like that. Kind of like create conflict and drama amongst his partners if they were in like a poly or a trilateral relationship. Versus a Pisces, they're like, Hey, I love you just as it's like with kids. When you have kids, you don't love this kid more than the other. You probably have a different relationship with this kid than the other, but you're not gonna love this one less or no more than this kid over here. That's the same thing with Pisces. They like to love everybody in an equal manner, because that's that collective consciousness. It's all about coming together and a wholesomeness, being whole, not being in part, but understanding that we're not in separation. We're actually the same, but we have different perspectives of each other, different aspects, different ways of life, different life paths. That's the energy of Pisces. Yeah. If you really trying to fuck with the Pisces, like I say, you just gotta don't take their kindness for weakness, because that energy being absent, you're gonna really notice it in life. You're gonna be like, damn, I did have this cool ass Pisces friend that for sure was there for me and was giving me some gems on life, because they're the sign that's gonna give you downloads, and they're like the gurus of the sign. So they're gonna be like, man, you gotta do X, Y, and Z if you're really trying to get through this in life. They're gonna be the ones that just drop shit on you. They can get deep, and they can really expand on their knowledge, just like a Sagittarius. It's just they're more so, they're going within. So they pull from source more than they pull from what they learn. Sagittarius pulls from what they learn. Pisces pull from source, so they don't really got to read a book. Just like Aquarius don't really have to read a book. They can just interact with some shit, and they're like, all right, this kind of is like this. They can put two and two together. It's best for an Aquarius to get a book, because that's how they kind of interact with more information to get more downloads. Pisces, they kind of have to learn how to go within themselves and isolate themselves to be accessed, or for energies to access them and not be conflicted with other energies that they're dealing with. That's why they have to always cleanse their energies. They always have to meditate. They always have to put themselves in situations and environments that's always stable and easy for them to flow. They have to flow. If they can't flow and the water's always crashing, they're never going to be focused. They're never going to be able to do what they want to do in life. They're always going to be pulled left and right, and it's going to be chaotic for them. They have to learn how to be grounded. So if you want one, and the best sign for them is Virgo, because Virgos can be mutable but also grounded. Pisces can be mutable, but they tend to be ungrounded. So they're always going to let the wind blow them. You know how like you blow air at water? The water's always going to go where the wind blows them. That's how Pisces is. Versus with Earth, it's like the air can blow as much as it wants, but it has to be really strong fucking air for it to move this rock. Otherwise, this rock ain't moving. Yeah, man. Pisces, mutable water. Ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. They rule the 12th house. I can't really, I don't really know anything else. I mean, Pisces is that sign that really just doesn't care to engage in too much things with society. They're also the sign that kind of like isolates themselves from society. So that's why you'll be fucking with the Pisces, and they'll be chilling with you one moment. Like this week, they'll be coming over a lot. Next thing you know, you don't see them for 2-3 weeks. But where the fuck you go? It's like, it ain't no hard feelings, my nigga, but I just gotta get my energy back. Like, I gotta center myself. Like, nigga, your energy is very intense. I gotta get myself back. But don't feel no type of way, my nigga. I'm gonna come back, and we gonna get into some shit. Just hold your horses there, bucko. I need my energy. Otherwise, you can get the fuck on. Another thing, Pisces gotta learn how to be dickheads, bro. Y'all gotta learn how to be assholes. Cause y'all don't learn how to be assholes, motherfuckers gonna step all on you, and that shit hurts when when you put your energy out there to help someone and heal someone of the pains and the wrongdoings that you see other people have done to XYZ people or person, and they step on you, and you be like, damn, put my energy out. You gonna take that energy, you gonna either escape into some drugs, some music, you're gonna escape into something. Okay, you're gonna want to get away from that feeling. Yeah, we can feel, but if the feeling's overwhelming, you're gonna want to get away from it. You're gonna want to go back to that Jupiter energy of optimism, happiness. You're not gonna want to stay in the Neptunian energy of deep emotions and deep waters and the unconscious. You can sit in that energy, but it's like after a certain point, it's like, all right, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. So let me take some drugs. Let me take some psychedelics to free my mind and my emotions, which is a good thing. If you take psychedelics, just don't overdo it. But everything else, like alcohol or like any hard drugs, don't get into that shit, because like lean, you can really get off track with that shit. Any hard-hitting drugs, you're going to want to keep that feeling they gave you, because it took away that pain. But it doesn't, it's temporary, you feel me? And they're the sign that likes shit to always be abundant, because it's mixed with Jupiter energy. And Neptune is a sign where, or is a planet where it's like that deep blackness, that darkness. And sometimes they don't like being in that darkness all the time, so they jump into that Jupiter energy and just like kind of expand and go on an adventure within themselves. And y'all gotta watch out for that, because that can really turn into some negative, toxic trait. But man, that's it for Pisces as far as, you know, right now. If you like I said in the last video, if I missed anything on Pisces energy, make sure you leave a like and comment what I missed, so I can hit those points in the next time I go over these energies. And yeah, if you have any other questions outside of this or any other videos you want me to make, always just drop a comment, bro. Just drop that comment. Interact. If you're coming across this video, you got to this point and you fuck with my videos, I fuck with you. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you are part of the family. We're gonna get this shit popping. It's a slow start, but it's not about how you start. It's always about how you finish. It's not about how you start. It's always about how you finish. It's not about how you start. It's always about how you finish. So I'm gonna leave as I came with some good energies by saying grand rising, cosmic family. Send high vibrations to Planet Kai. Send high vibrations to my ancestors, my peers, the youth, the elderly, all the crystal babies, all the gifted ones, all the other teachers who's dropping this knowledge, any other astrologers who's dropping astrology. I see you good energy, feel me? You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit up. Keep this information dropping, because they trying to take this shit away from us and trying to keep us from what we truly are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that. They can't do that, you feel me? I send love to anybody who's going through any struggles in their life, because, you know, we all struggle through life. We're always going to struggle. That's the whole point of this lifetime, is to overcome struggle, overcome the obstacle. Don't have a struggling mentality. Get over that struggle with an optimistic mentality, and that's kind of the key. But yeah, leave as I come. Send high vibrations. Love.